Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Run. Today I want to share with you what happened to me after I went off testosterone for 1 year. I don't see a lot of Asian FTMs, so I thought it could be helpful and useful to share this information with my fellow Asian FTM brothers. So without further ado, I made a list here and I'll go through with you guys one by one. Number 1, male pattern baldness. This is me before I take testosterone, and this one, I think this is almost 2 years on testosterone. And let's compare with right now, see if I'm brave enough to, it grew back a little bit. Let's just around here, I don't know, what do you call this area, like do you call it temple? And around here you can see it went back, it receded back, but it grew some baby hair back. So, and I can just hide it with this ugly band, which is okay. Number 2, body hair. Well, first of all, as Asian, genetically speaking, we don't have a lot of body hair to start with. So even if I took testosterone for 2 years and then I stopped. Even when I was on my highest dose, after 2 years, I don't have a lot of body hair. The only areas where I noticed the most obvious was on my legs, my thighs, inner thighs, and on my stomach. That's pretty much it. I don't know if it's appropriate for me to show on here, I don't know. But after I stopped for a year now, they disappeared. Like right now, I can see very, very thin and soft hair. They're still lingering around, but very little. Number 3, sex drive. By the way, I just wrote down the list without any particular order. So number 3, sex drive. If you have been following me for a little bit, you know that I've talked about what happened after 6 months off T, and I've always documented from day one. So when I just started, and 6 months on T, 1 year on T, 2 year on T. I've talked about specifically about when I was on highest dose. I had a really high sex drive, as many other FTM brothers do. That was a big factor of why I decided to stop, because it just bothered me so much, because it made me feel like I'm an animal, I can't control myself. It's always a distraction. So after I stopped, initially it went down like this really fast, to a point that I don't feel like I have any sex drive left. I probably had like 0 for a long time. And then, so I would say I switched from maybe masturbating once or twice a day to 0 for the first 2 or 3 months when I just stopped, and then it slowly came back. Now I would say maybe it's still pretty low. I would say I would masturbate 2 or 3 times a month. Number 4, acne. Again, I will show you pictures. This one I don't remember. It's probably like maybe 5, 6, or 8, 9 months on T, and this is my face right now. Obviously it cleared itself up pretty good. If you just look from this angle, you could hardly see any left on my forehead, not much. But if you look here, it's still a little bit left, but it's just the, what do you call it, sorry, I don't know how to describe it. And then on this side a little bit too, but 99% of them are gone. Number 5, skin. So yeah, when I was on T, skin was becoming oily and rough, but slowly it went back to where it was before. It's more soft and smooth and not so much oil. The face wash I used to buy for men, now it doesn't really apply. Like I feel like it's like an overkill. So I just switched to the regular skin face wash. Number 6, period. Naturally, if you stop and you haven't had any other thing done to you, it will come back. For me, it came back after maybe 2.5 months. And before I went off, I consulted with my doctor. She told me that the first little while when you just stop, your period might come back abruptly. It might come maybe a couple times a month. You might have a heavy period, you might have a light period, but scattered around the month. But that was not the case for me. It came back and then it was just like a regular period time, and then it stopped, and then the next month came back at this around the same time. So it has been very stable and regular for me. Number 7, body fat redistribution. Here's a picture of me. I think that was 8 months after I have top surgery, which is about a year and a half on T. And then here's another picture of me I took recently. You can clearly see the comparison. One is more rectangular, and the one I took recently is more like shaped like a typical woman's body. Number 8, face. I'll just put a few pictures here for you guys to see and compare, and I feel like it definitely shifted back a little bit, but not completely. But I can definitely tell it looks more feminine to me day by day. It's a hard pill for me to swallow, but I have made my decision and I'm not going to complain. Number 9, emotions or mood related issues. I've noticed myself that I am able to cry more often than before now. This was also a big issue for me when I was taking testosterone, because I feel like something is suppressing myself from letting my emotions out naturally. Sometimes I see something and it triggered me, or it like not trigger, but like it kind of touched me, and naturally I want to cry, but I feel like the emotion is building up from inside, but no tears coming out, and it feels like something is stuck, and that's a very unnatural feeling, and I didn't like it at all. But now I do feel like my emotions are more fluctuated, but it also has something to do with my mental health. I haven't been feeling well. I guess that has something to do with it. Number 10, voice. This is the most question I get asked. Does your voice change after you stop? The short answer is no, but I want to explain it a little bit more. It does fluctuate, and I do notice that the week before my period comes and the week after, I can definitely hear the difference. My guess is the hormone inside my body is kind of affecting how my voice. I don't know how that works, but I definitely feel like at different times of the month, I have different voice. Sometimes it's really low, sometimes it's really high. And it also depends on what time of the day, whether it's in the morning or at evenings, it also fluctuates. But overall, it doesn't really change. I'll insert a video here for you to see and compare. Today is March 25th, 2018, and this is my voice.
And this is my voice 17 weeks on T. Today is July 3rd, and this is my voice 20 weeks on T.
Obviously, you can hear my voice right now. Number 11, that's the last one on the list I wrote down. Bottom growth. Obviously, it stopped at some point. I never go actually measure it, because who does? That's just ridiculous. But definitely at some point it stopped growing. And I think even though I kept being on testosterone, it would still stop at some point. So there you go, you have it. This is what happened after 1 year of T. I hope this information helped you, and if you find this information useful, drop a like and subscribe to my channel. I'd really appreciate it. If anybody is interested in why I stopped taking testosterone, I will link the video I made in the description down below. Make sure you check it out. See you next time. Bye.